Welcome back to another Hearts of Iron 4 video. My name is Ripken and it's the 12th of April, 1938. Continuing the German Reich Blitz. In the previous video, we landed in North America, Canada to be exact. Von Bock has 10 infantry divisions, and I think... yeah, we've got a full army on the move. We're going to be pushing Ottawa. And just a quick recap. We've capitulated Poland. Let's move an infantry division into that tile. So we've successfully moved to the Eastern Front with Russia. I look to, in this video, engage the United States and pull all of North America into the conflict. One of the things I was debating is bringing, or what armies to bring over. I think we are going to bring the 3rd Army under Rommel. Checking if he has a general trait. If I hit H, it's going to stop this current order. So we'll just draw up a new order here. Bring him on over. I'm just going to draw a... that's not going to be his actual order when he gets over here. I'll change it, but the other thing I'm thinking I might do, and go ahead and start time here. I think I'm going to keep the 1st Army home. Heinrich is unlocked infantry expert. We're going to go ahead and give him that. We'll throw him on the front line with Russia or the Soviet Union. And I think I'm going to bring the 4th Army to North America with us. I might wait for Rommel to get there first. So we'll just draw a fallback line, get him moving. I need to bring the naval forces over, but first we're going to separate this, break it up, and train it a bit. Let's start our naval exercises and put automatic split on. And go ahead and set it to a high repair priority now. Still on a convoy escort order. So I need to start moving Von Bock's divisions right now. We need to maybe push Ottawa as fast as we can, because when our other armies arrive, we're gonna have a bit of a supply issue unless I can secure some ports in Victory. I need to secure some ports and some cities. Let's see. Vitzoben does not have a trait. Accessible. We'll bring 2 more divisions from that 1st Army to fill the 2nd Army up. And get them over here. I have 150 political power, but I think I'm going to jump into improving my worker conditions. I want to get the stability up. I could appoint another political advisor, but I think right now it's more urgent to increase our stability, so I'm going to do that. And let's increase the time a bit. We still have the Spanish Civil War going on. And Nationalist Spain has suffered 332,000 casualties. Republican Spain is about 5% from capitulation at 246,000 casualties. We now have medium Panzers to produce. And I'm going to begin on... I'm going to keep doing weapons and equipment. So we'll get these medium Panzers going. I probably... let's see research-wise how much... got about 140 days on my land doctrine. I think I can go ahead and modify the template for these medium Panzers. We'll get them some more reliability. Alright, I'm at least going to make them more reliable. So we'll get that variant going and move that up in the production tree. I'm gonna also need a lot more motorized. My national focus, I'm doing Fate of Czechoslovakia. Also, we've got a lot of satellites here in Africa, the Dutch East Indies, German Malaya now, the German Raj, all throughout what was India. And we now have the British Empire. So my current national focus that just completed was the Fate of Czechoslovakia. We are going to take all of Czechoslovakia. I want the factories. That's going to help produce our medium Panzers. Both of these give 10% to the war support, which is also something we need. So I'm going to take a hit to my political power. But that's okay. And for my next national focus, I'm going to go ahead and befriend Japan. With going to war with the United States soon, I might want to pull them into it. They'll accept that one convoy. And the Czechs must be protected from themselves. The question of Yugoslavia, we're going to put the squeeze on them. And we almost filled up. Well, we almost got to 15 factories in our medium Panzers. I need to actually fix up. So my infantry templates in all these wars, we're still rocking a 20 wide infantry division. I'm just now filling out my support. We're going to duplicate that template. I'm probably going to make a heavy infantry out of it. Something that will be similar to this, our English counterpart. And I want to get started on my Panzer divisions. We're going to do a maintenance company and a logistics company. I do wish I researched signal company, but I didn't, and I think we'll be okay with what we have. So I'll duplicate it. Let's get our medium tanks going. And we're gonna need some experience because I've used it all. So let's get into combat. Lock them down. Let's take that airfield. Kurt Student, we are going to change his symbol and make it white. And we'll change Heinrichi to red. Need some tungsten. We're going to trade with the German Malaya. We'll get an amount of 80 for one civilian factory. Really hurting on convoys here. We do not want to lose Montreal. And the rest of our 6th Army is showing up in Quebec here. Yeah, Italy has declared war on Yugoslavia. The Spanish Civil War has just ended. We're going to invite Italy to our faction. Italy has accepted the offer, the end of the Spanish Civil War. Nationalist Spain. Well, I don't know what happened to the Nationalist Spain volunteers, but it didn't show up. It must be a glitch. I need to bring over... I've secured some airfields, so we're going to bring over some of our fighters and bombers. And it looks like we're about to grab a second airfield here. Oh, yeah, we're at only 6 army experience. We really need to get that up quickly. Let's keep attacking. And once Rommel gets over here, I think, yeah, then I'll bring over the 4th Army. We're gonna actually change Rommel's orders. And we're just gonna put him right on the border with the United States. That way, hopefully I don't run into a supply problem with him off in these forests. We don't need him there anyway. Go ahead and take all that. We'll just keep moving, and we can check out what's going on in the war with the Italians. Also at war are the Chinese and Japanese, and it looks like China's pretty much... Now, is that the East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere going on? It is. China's doing an alright job. Now that I've got the Luftwaffe over here in North America, we're gonna spread this out and deploy it. I think I could bring some more over. We're definitely gonna need some naval bombers over there. We'll just bring it all. Alright, so I'm only up to 8 army experience. We're gonna need a lot more to fill out our medium panzer division and get it deployed. I'm gonna go ahead and train some infantry. Put that on fallback line there. I at least get a medium tank in there. So we'll fix up the medium panzers as we go. And keep our troops moving. Let's move through this forest terrain. It is going to take a while to get north on Canada, so I want to make sure these guys just keep moving. Let's tie them down. Rommel has landed in North America. We're getting some convoys back. Let's go ahead and start Student over. And we can delete that old fallback line. Right, let's see, we've got some air wings to deploy. We'll get another bomber over here. And some more fighters. And just speed this up a little bit. Oh. we'll just keep moving, winning that battle. And hopefully we can cut off these this infantry division here. Let's add another medium panzer. Save that. And I'm going to start training them now. I'm going to shoot for 4 of these. Make sure they drop right into that army. Infantry division is good. I'm going to start on my special forces. And let's start moving our main fleet over to North America. We'll prepare it for the war with the United States, because we're going to at least... Well, maybe I'll wait for all of Student's forces to get into place before I declare war on the US. Those are training. We can bring these planes over as well, I think. And I should have some naval bombers. Looks like we have an airfield right here, St. Pierre. And we'll start bombing this sea zone. So let's keep these guys moving. Split that. And we'll get another port and another airfield here to hopefully keep air superiority in the sea zone when the United States does join into the war. You know what? Let's stop that division. I think I'm going to keep only von Bock pushing Canada and the rest of my armies into the United States. So let's delete the second army off of those lines. Get him down here. Sure, that looks good. Let's go ahead and check the war in Yugoslavia. It's actually just about finished. So Yugoslavia is on 112,000 casualties, 38,000 for Italy. Looks like I have a division here. We're going to add that to our Pacific garrison. Let's get these naval bombers bombing the sea zone. And we're going to go ahead and justify our war goal in the United States. For New England, 10 days we will have that war goal available. Get a couple fighters up over the Newfoundland Sea. Let's actually move one of these and split them up. So we'll just speed this up a little. I'm sitting on 100 command power. I'm gonna go ahead and force attack von Bock. Got some more fighters here we need to get up in the air. Let's move some over. Befriend Japan is complete. For the next national focus, I think I'm in alliance with Spain now. Make sure all of these have naval missions. Half that. We'll set this one on patrol and have the main battle fleet as a strike force. And speed this up. I think we're ready for war with the United States. That's going to help us get our Panzers out. I do need to trade for some more oil. See if I have another puppet to trade with. War between Italy and Yugoslavia has concluded. What's the Raj got? Send them one. And hopefully we do much better on oil. I'm going to change this fleet to a turret looking icon in red. Alright, so our war goal is here. I also can choose another political advisor. I think I'm just going to go with Gerd von Rundstedt to give us the division recovery. I don't really have enough armored divisions to really justify putting in Erwin Rommel. So I'm going to go with Gerd von Rundstedt, or I could do the tanks. We'll just do this. And I am gonna modify my medium panzer template again. Medium tanks. So now we're at least at a 10 wide. I'm gonna train this Pacific Division. Alright, let's take a look, make sure everybody's in place. Direct ground support, national focus is complete. Air wing mission experience, air superiority. So I'm going to go with formation fighting. Take that, take that. Alright, let's make our front lines look decent here. We're gonna have the 2nd, 4th, and 6th Army. The 2nd and 4th and 3rd Armies pushing into North America. I'm gonna redraw this front line. Alright, that should be better. That's fine. We'll just roll with it. And we're gonna put Rommel striking straight towards Boston. Redraw his front line real quick. And I'll put him on a spearhead order, but we want to move this. And we'll have him come around. Take a look at the air situation here. And we're just going to add this infantry division with our training forces. Infantry. Not going to mess with that yet. And I will wait to modify the medium tanks. We can go ahead and deploy some, get them training. Are we set? Let's speed this up. Von Bock's gonna need orders to drive towards Vancouver. We'll at least get that set as well. We're gonna set the main battle fleet to a strike force order. We're gonna start convoy raiding with Donets and set them to a low engagement, because the US fleets are gonna come after them pretty hard. I think I also need to, let's move some of this around. Fill out some of our fleets just a little bit. Our war goal is only until the 3rd of September. If I go beyond that, I'll lose the war goal and take a hit to war support and I think stability. It's been a while since I've let that go. Alright, I think we're ready to declare war. It doesn't look like the US even has anything on the border with us. It's really odd. I'm gonna declare war and United States has joined the Allies. We're going to just execute all of our orders. I don't see anything really stopping us. We're gonna move with haste. We're gonna execute battle plans aggressively, rather. Let's engage that division. Keep pushing. The United States has called the Philippines into our war. It looks like we are engaged with Simpson here. It looks like they might have been on a fallback line, so let's change our orders back. We've got a big naval battle right here right away. And it looks like our fleet is just getting demolished by William Halsey. Fortunately, we've gotten all of our troops over here that we wanted. So even that we lose the fleet, or what's remaining of it, let's engage. We're able to push right into Detroit. And we might be able to come right around the back and cut this off. Just push. Take all that. Looks like we're driving right down into New York without a problem. Take Providence. Computing machines is complete. I'm gonna start on decryption, or maybe I'll do encryption. Take a look at the naval battles. That was a defeat. We did have a victory in there, and then a massive defeat we suffered to the United States Navy. Rommel and Giroux are going at it here. Maybe they're backing off. The fall of New York. Why do I have so many units? I'm gonna have to manually do this. Maybe we can get to Cleveland. And I need to close some of these so that I can get into decryption. Get decryption going. Add this to our Pacific garrison. Deploy some more medium tanks. Let's edit this. I would like my medium tanks to be a 20 wide division, so I'm going to add some more motorized. Medium and a medium. Perfect. I'm running pretty low on fuel. I'm going to trade for some more. I'm going to trade with Venezuela, or Kingdom of Romania. Ace pilot has been promoted. Just take that. Engage him. Hopefully we can take Boston. 4th International. Get one of these back. Rommel should be able to take Boston pretty easily. Another ace pilot. Looks like we're going to lose what's left of our navy, although we have landed some decent... We've bombed some ships here. We've taken out the USS Arkansas, New York, and Texas battleships. But we're probably going to lose what's left of our fleet. And maybe I can push into Washington before ending this video. We'll give it a shot. We've got a nice little encirclement here. Let's take a look at the current casualties. 35,000 for the German Reich, and the United States is already at 100,000 casualties. They're going to take a big hit right here. Might even be able to push Chicago. See if we can get 2 divisions marching towards Chicago and just stop Witzelben's orders. Once von Bock's army gets into position, I'll execute his orders, but this video is going to be coming to an end shortly. Halsey's got the pride of the fleet here. Alliance with Spain is complete. I'm going to do, for my next focus, the Reich's Autobahn. And regimental combat teams is done. We're going to get started on mechanized offensive. And I have a bonus to that research. And here was that naval victory against Admiral King. Admiral Donnet. So we lost a sub, a couple destroyers, but boy did we land a blow to the United States Navy. A nice little victory. Let's take a look at their casualties now that we crushed that. Those divisions are at 140,000. Rommel's gonna set up on this line. We're going to do a spearhead into Washington. And let's pull this down a little bit. Polish-Romanian alliance. Japan proposes the tripartite pact. An excellent idea. We're going to sign it. At the same time, I'm going to bring the first army to Romania just in case they join into the war. Since they've allied with Poland. An offer of guarantee of independence has been accepted by Italy and Japan. A couple more naval victories. What did I want to do? I wanted to change Rommel's orders. We want to sweep through Philadelphia on the way to Washington. And it looks like we're going to march right into Chicago as well. Got some military factories here. Let's make sure we get our tanks and motorized filled out. And can I get into Washington? Let's see if we can get this cavalry division down there really quick. The US doesn't have too much on the front line. Looks like we have secured Cleveland and Chicago. Let's see if we can get Indianapolis as well. And Columbus. Maybe even Pittsburgh. Our cavalry is pushed right through. We are going to secure Washington. I'm going to conclude the video with taking Washington. The United States is currently at 146,000 casualties. We're at 40,000. And we've made a nice little push here up to September 1938. The fall of Washington. And there's a civil war right now in Russia. That's going to make going to war with them pretty fun. Anyway, officers revolt in the Soviet Union. I'm going to stop the video here on the 21st of September, 1938. We're advancing through the United States and Canada. We've got a couple of armies here. And we'll pick this up in the next video. If you did like the video, please hit the like. And hopefully I can get the other one up maybe early next week.